Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Sync Producer Live. Shout out to everybody in the stream, man. Let me know where you guys are from. Let me know what you do. I'm excited to be back. Hopefully, y'all had a dope holiday weekend for the 4th. Let me see what we got in the chat, man. I'm excited. What is it? Dang, we're almost halfway through the month already. It was literally just the 4th. Crazy. Anyways, let me know if y'all can hear me. Throw me a thumbs up. Drop your questions in the chat. We're going to do a live Q&A, answer some questions about Sync. If you're stuck, drop your questions here. Shout out to all my Sync Producer Hub members in the building. We got B-Rad Tunes and stuff from Sacramento. Bruh, look at this. Look at this. I honestly don't understand. I'm done trying to figure out why sometimes it's super small and other times it's a reasonable size, and then other times it's as large as it just was, which was crazy. We got KJ in the building, Lighthouse Studios, coming from St. Louis. We got D Dilts Productions from Dallas, Texas. What's up? We got Skyro, Mississippi in the building. We got Jason Revels in the building. What's up, Jason? We got the other Jason Dowdy. What's good? 7-Eleven free Slurpee day. Hey, let's go. Do they really give free Slurpees on this day? That if that's a real thing, that's amazing. I remember my you know what? I don't even know if there's a 7-Eleven here. I think I might have seen, man, I don't even know if there's a 7-Eleven in Atlanta. I might have seen one years ago. Wow. Not 7-Eleven, but 7-Eleven, but Speedway. Back at home, I would go to this gas station called Speedway and get Slurpees there. We got Memphis. What's up, Aaron from Memphis? We got Theodore Burr in the building. What's up? We got Juan Stefan. What's good? We got Flares with the icicle in the building. What's up, Flares? So yeah, man. Yeah, we had a good 4th. It was solid. Kicked it with some fam friends. And they didn't go super crazy with the fireworks in the neighborhood. We were able to get some decent rest. So I rock with that. All right, while y'all loading up y'all's questions, man, let's go to the community and see if we got some wins to share, which I'm sure we do, because it's just a bunch of group of winners in this community. So let's check it out. Well, the community had a massive win about a week and a half ago. We are, ladies and gentlemen, officially an award-winning community on the school platform. We won the school games, which means we are one of the fastest growing communities on the entire school platform. Music communities, top 5 to be exact, this past quarter. So for quarter 2, we are officially school game winners. So shout out to all the Sync Producer Hub members in the building. You guys make this community what it is. You make it a community that other people want to join and stick around. And it's just packed with full of value. So shout out to everybody, man, who's a part of Sync Producer Hub. Wouldn't have been able to do this without you all. So yeah, huge win for the entire community. I will be linking up with the LA arm of Sync Producer Hub soon. We're going to have an in-person meetup. So I'm excited to get to see some of you guys in person in real life and chop it up and just hang out. So that should be dope. Actually going to plan a meetup here in Atlanta as well pretty soon here. So look forward to that. Just so, we can just hang out, man, and have a good time and, put the names and faces to like actual human beings, because sometimes we just on the computer all day. So it's nice to see human beings from time to time. So yeah, DJ Horn for everybody. Exactly. We got Rich in the building from New Jersey. What's good? It is Friday night, man. You already know this is the place to be. Happy Friday, Diesel. Good to see you. Michael Connor Music has entered the building. What's up, Michael? Allison From an hour west of Vegas, no Slurpees, but my corner store has an icy machine. Coke Ice for $1.50. You can't beat that. Look at this. Look at this. Why? It's resizing itself and everything. Anyways, this is just crazy. Here, let's do that. That should be good. We got LW free lifetime memberships for the entire community. LW's crazy. Look, now it's shrinking. I gotta figure that out. I don't know what's going on with this chat box tonight. Shout out to LW just giving away memberships. That was a joke, everybody. LW is joking, but sort of. She's sort of joking. If you're inside the community, and this is like a little community secret, if you get to level 7 inside of our community by just engaging, like you get points for just commenting posts, people liking your posts and things like that. Once you get to level 7, we do actually make your membership free for like forever after that. So yeah, level 7 is that special level. So yeah, get in there, talk to your peers, and level up. And as you level up, you will be rewarded greatly for it. Greetings from Dublin, Ireland. What's good, 10 Crimes? Good to see you from Dublin. Big love from DMV. What's up, Chuki Music? Good to see you. What's up, Chuck Taylor? Looking forward to meeting up. Yes, indeed. Yeah, it's gonna be dope. Small win. Speaking of July, my daughter turned 18 on the 7th, which is still wild to me that Michael Connor has an 18-year-old. That's crazy. Which means her birth date is 777. Wow. DJ Horn. For daughter McConnor. Happy birthday to her. That's dope. Happy belated birthday. So that's what's up. And man, someone being born in 07 is like, thanks, Michael. You've officially made most of us feel old tonight. Thank you. All right, let's get back to some community wins, man. Let's see. Philip Bailey. He got a win 8 days ago. Just signed 3 songs to another library. Upfront fees included. Backstory. I love the backstories. These are exciting. So it says, a few months ago, I got a brief from my publisher to make 2 songs for Love Island USA. And the brief was from BMG. They initially liked the ideas, but requested changes to the songs, which were made per their request. Long story short, we never heard back from them. We all know how that goes. My publisher then took those songs and pitched them to another library, and they loved them, but ultimately chose one of the songs. The new library then requested me to write 2 more songs as a top liner for their sports album, and all 3 songs were selected. Moral of the story, just because your song got rejected doesn't mean it won't get accepted somewhere else. Keep creating and keep submitting. That is daughter McConnor. That is a win, bro. And it's like, it's so true, because I've had the exact same thing happen to me multiple times. One publisher would say, hey, we don't have a need for this right now, or it could be a bunch of different reasons, right? It could be a need, it could be a timing, it could be they just don't like it for whatever reason. That happens. But literally, you can take it to another publisher, especially if like it's a solid song, and that publisher can love it. And then boom, you get more track signed. So that's what's up, man. Congrats to Philip for sharing that win. And it's just a great sign to keep going. Even if you get rejected, don't give up on those songs. And that's why I feel like in sync, man, I say this all the time, but I really feel like it's hard to waste time when you're making music, because once the song is done, I mean, worst case scenario, you have to make a few edits or revisions, and boom, you're good to go. Best case scenario, somebody will take it as is, just a different company. So, and then shoot, if no publisher takes it, you could just publish it yourself. Go find a music supervisor and pitch it yourself, because there may be a music supervisor who loves it when the publishers didn't necessarily need it. So you never know, man. But, I feel like it's a great use of time, and eventually you can find a home for it. Jamal has a win. He says, another step in the right direction. Says, I tell people that if I would have listened to what the haters said, I would not be having fun doing something I love to do. Every day you can just keep your head down, learn, and get better, and the results will come in. 3 songs and 90% ownership of the songs is nothing but a blessing. That's what's up. So boom, there you go. So yeah, he just got a deal with some songs. Wait, no. I think this was that. No, I can't remember if that was that one deal. But yeah, there you go. So listen, man, don't listen to any, like, you have to develop selective hearing. Like, first off, like, don't listen to anybody anybody who is not already doing or have successfully done what you're trying to do. Just block them out. Friends, family, spouses. Like, listen, if they've never done what you're trying to do, you got to have selective hearing. Like, all right, just say okay and just keep it moving. Keep doing you, because you'll be listening to people who ain't doing what you're trying to do, and you're going to be the one that has to live with the regret. They moved on with their life because they've accepted the fact that they're not going to do whatever you're trying to do. So do yourself a favor, live regretless. LW, just noticed YouTube got rid of the inmate numbers. Yo, wasn't that crazy? A couple weeks ago, like, everybody had numbers behind their name. Yeah, I noticed that too. There you go. So yeah, man. Shout out to everybody winning inside the community. Shout out to Sync Producer Hub, man. If you're not a member, click the link in the description, join Sync Producer Hub, learn how to get your music placed in TV and film, and learn how to make money with it so you can do more of it and buy more gear. All right, y'all, drop your questions for the Sync Producer Hub members. I am going to open up the if you have a question, I'm going to open up the line so you can, like, call in if you want to show up on video or audio. If you don't have a question, you don't have to join the link, but that member only link is in the calendar inside the community. If you want to be brought up for a question, you can click that member only link, and then I'll bring you up and let you ask the question. But we got one from Allison Penn. She says, when should you think about forming an LLC? I mean, I'd say go ahead and just go ahead and do it. Like, if you're getting started, like, don't stress out about it. You know what I mean? Because, like, even doing deals with publishers, right? Like, you can sign a deal as just, like, yourself, as your person. And when you fill out the W-9, you can just fill it out as yourself and use your social. Or if you start the LLC, you get your EIN. Then when you fill out the W-9, you can now do the company and then use your EIN versus your social security number. If you just don't want your, like, personal identification number floating around. So that's how I do it now. Like, just with a LLC, most cases is just using that, using the EIN. Still have to use, like, my personal name with the PRO stuff, because that just makes life easy. But yeah, when you can, if you can, go ahead and do it. Set it up, and then you'll kind of have that part of it squared away. So good question. Be rad. Efren, I see you. I'm gonna bring you up shortly. Can you clarify what libraries mean when wanting indie tracks, usually rock? The term has been out there for years, but I'm always unclear if it's a specific genre or what it actually is. Indie rock, I would ask them. I would ask the library, because people have, like, different definitions of stuff. So to be clear on what they mean, ask them and ask if they can send you, like, a playlist or, like, a reference playlist, so that, like, you understand exactly what what they mean when they say indie tracks or indie rock. So, yeah. All right, let's bring up Efren. Yo, what's good, man?
What's good? Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
I'm sorry, man. It's my very first session, so I wasn't sure if I was supposed to get on this link or the other one, but I don't really have a question. I'm sorry about that.
Oh no, you're good, man. So this is the member. I'll make a video explaining this in the community because I think I confused a lot of people. Because at first we had like a member only, like Zoom, but the YouTube link, stream link is the one you would join just to watch. This one is if you want to come up for a question.
Yes, sir. So I could pivot over. I appreciate it. I'm sorry about that.
No, you're good, man. Take it easy. Allison Penn says, I can safely say I've lived my life without regret. Screw up, sure, that's life, but so much magic and fun. Love it. Yep. Yeah, definitely gonna make mistakes, man. What's good, LV Drizzle? I see you in the building. Isn't Form Your Own LLC the lead in ad before joining this live stream? Well, it depends. Depends on your YouTube algorithm. It is possible. Birdman Pro. What's up, Birdman Pro? If you haven't checked out Tim Bird's, aka Birdman Pro's interview with Jason Dowdy, go to Jason Dowdy's channel. He had the Sync Producer Spotlight on him not too long ago. Super dope interview. And then tomorrow, Jason and Michael Connor, aka Michael McConnor, will be chopping it up. That's tomorrow, right? The 12th. So lock in Jason Dowdy's channel for that. I'm sure a lot of gems will be dropped. Jason says, I have about 80 tension tracks with this one music library, but not getting a lot of placements. I was thinking of trying to find music coordinators or supervisors for crime shows. How to approach? So if they are with that library, not getting a lot of plays, and that's a lot of tracks. Like, that's a solid number of tracks. Like, how long have they been in there would be my next question. If it's been a couple years, you can do one of two things. You can leave them there, or you can, depending on your agreement, usually you can kind of pull them back after the term of the agreement. You can pull them out, and then, you know, if you find some coordinators or supervisors for crime shows, then you can, you know, send those to them. Yeah. And I would say I would probably start the process. If you do decide to pull them from that library, you know, I would start that process before reaching out to, or before sending music coordinators or supervisors those tracks. Because it could take some time for that to, you know, to be 100% done. So that's what I would say. Yeah. If it's a publisher where they kind of specialize in that stuff, maybe keep them there. You never know. I mean, with 80 tracks in there, and this is a real life story. This has happened. There could come a point where there's an editor pulling tracks from that publisher, right? Going through editing shows, and they may hear one or two of your tracks and they're like, man, this guy Jason's stuff is really good. Let me see if he has some more. Like, I'll just use more of his stuff. And they will go and literally start using your stuff in like multiple episodes. Just because, like, they found somebody who's like, they just love their music. So they're like, yo, like, it saves them from having to think and go through new stuff. They know, like, okay, I've consistently heard great tracks from this guy. Then they do a search on your name, and then they see like 80 tracks. They're like, oh, bet. Like, I'm about to just sprinkle this dude's music all over this season. That has literally happened. I think it was, I can't remember if it was Love and Hip Hop or Black Ink Crew. One of those. But literally an editor was just like, he had reached out because he was actually curious about, you know, getting his own music in sync or whatever. So he had reached out. He was like, bro, like I literally just used like a ton of your music in this upcoming season. I was like, thank you. I probably appreciate that. But that could happen too. So, that's why I was just like, if it's a library and they're reputable, they're known for kind of getting placements like that, it may be worth kind of letting them sit there for a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. Depends on what your goals are. But that has happened. That has definitely happened. So yeah, your ego is not your amigo. That's a bar. It's DJ. Your ego is not your amigo. I love it. Question: what's better for sync, submitting to libraries or working with agencies? Both work. Both are approaches. I was actually just talking to a buddy of mine about this earlier today. I would say if you are an artist and you have a brand, like kind of like an established brand, and you're kind of trying to create some buzz for yourself as like an artist, and maybe you got a little following and you're trying to do shows and all this stuff, I think agencies work well for artists and brands and things like that. It just seems to work well. Excuse me. And then if you're a producer, you can kind of do a combination of both, right? There's agents I pitch to, and then obviously there's libraries that I work with. But you can kind of take advantage of the opportunities for full songs, which agents are, usually looking for full songs most of the time. I'll see requests for full songs more than I will instrumental stuff from agents, sync agents. And the libraries, obviously, we get requests for full songs from those as well, and I've been seeing an increase in that. However, there's still plenty of opportunities for instrumental stuff with libraries as well. So, as a producer, you can kind of juggle both and do instrumental stuff and also full song stuff and work with the combination of libraries and agencies. I honestly like the hybrid approach of doing a little bit of everything, a little, some libraries here, some agents here, maybe some direct to music supervisor stuff here when you can. And just having a combination of both just to have diversity in terms of where you're getting your work from. So good question. Let's see. We listen and we don't judge. Flares, you get a pass even using 4 copper strings between 2 lamp posts. Good sir. There's a conversation happening. I think I missed most of it. Between Flares and Michael. When doing DD on a company, what does that mean? When doing DD on a company, how do you find what they specialize in when their library is so vast? What is DD? How do you find what they specialize? So just going through their website, right? Going through their website, seeing what shows they've worked on, seeing, matter of fact, I'll show you exactly how we do it in real time. Somebody actually posted a library spotlight. Shout out to Jason Revels. So let's take this company for example. He posted this inside the community. Shout out to West One Group. I have personal experience working with them as well, and I definitely recommend as well. So let's go to West One, check out their website. So he linked us straight to where you can kind of pitch your music to them, which is dope. But as you can see here, they have past syncs, right? So you can see some of the shows they've worked on. Kardashians, they got some movie stuff, Avengers, shout out to Team Marvel out there. Scream, Selling Sunset. So there's like a wide variety of things here And then you can check out some of their music, right? So they got some attitude pop, they got some minimal beat pop, they got some dance, some K-pop disco, savage hip hop, lo-fi hip hop. So a company like West One Music Group, it's going to be hard not to find your style of music because they have, like, they're covering all different types of styles of music, right? It's not like a boutique agency where they may kind of specialize in like a few different things. But you got film score, you got Latin music, atmospheric, electro, retro, African influence, Cuban, they got everything, right? So like you can take your chance at pitching to this company and, you know, your music being something that they may possibly need. And then that's it. And then you can kind of go through, like, you know, say if you want to submit some Afro beats, you can click on like some of their Afro beats albums and then just start listening to some of the tracks. Pay attention to the BPMs of the tracks, right? If you're noticing common BPMs or like a lot of their Afro beats tracks are around like in a certain range, stay within that range. Look at some of the keywords and instrumentation that they're using in their metadata. You can even look at their stems and like what kind of stems they create. So this is like a 30-second stem here. I didn't mean to play it, but yeah, so 15-second, cut down a 12-second. So you can get an idea of what deliverables will look like. I know personally with West One, I think they create, once we submit our deliverables, I think they create the different stems. So you don't have to worry too much about that. But yeah, and then you can kind of go to their homepage and see what's like at the top. I've been seeing a lot of retro stuff come back, man. Like retro has been a vibe. Retro, what's the what's that man, I can't remember the genre, but I've been seeing a lot of that stuff. Chill, lo-fi stuff I think is picking up momentum in with a lot of these libraries as well. So, and then they got labels that you can check out and see what kind of music they're doing. So that's all we do. And then from there, it's just finding that contact us page. Sometimes the submission stuff is on the contact us page. Sometimes they have a dedicated page for submissions. Usually it's at like the bottom of the page, or it may be like in the corner of the site or something like that. The little hamburger icon. But here, you know, you can clearly see join our composer community. And composer, and this confuses a lot of people. In our world, composer basically just means writer. Like, it's not like the guy sitting filling out writing musical notes on paper like composer, or like the classical sense of composer. It's literally like you could be a producer, you can also be a songwriter. Like composer is songwriter and producer as well. So that's what you're kind of looking for on the site. Some sites will use artists as well. So it may say artist or composer. You can even check out some of their featured artists and, you know, check out some of their music, right? If you're a producer and you don't have any artists to work with, you could probably reach out to some of these artists like, yo, I'm a producer. I see you're an artist. Like, do you ever need any production? This is what I specialize in. They may be looking for somebody to collaborate with. And, you know, they're already like locked in with a publisher that kind of focus on sync. So they already kind of understand like what we do, which is a great way. So you can probably even reach out to some of them and learn about them and, you know, their successes, their mistakes, whatever. But yeah, that's basically how we do research on publishers. So hopefully that's helpful. Yeah. Rich says, not a question, but a suggestion for the group. Maybe if we start all our comments submitting a track with track, then Clint can find new submissions in the post more quickly. Oh yeah, for the live music reviews, possibly. Usually I see the link. Usually I see the link for that, kind of stands out, that blue link. So question on TuneEdge, they post this documentary producer needs a sexy replacement track authentically recorded in 1998 for a scene. What is that? So sync is crazy, man. It literally means like they're looking for something that was recorded in like the year 1998. Now, I think you can get away if something was recorded in like 90s, late 90s. Let's just go with late 90s, right? Sometimes it's just like, really, it has to be recorded in 98. Like it can't be 97, 99, 96, maybe kind of touching 95-ish, late 95. But they're looking for something that sounds like it was recorded during that time. Same with music like in the 60s. Like you'll see requests for like some soul music from the 60s, right? There was a certain sonic that that music had. Sometimes you can sort of recreate that if you're using the right tools. But they want it to sound authentic to the time period, because that documentary is probably about something set in 98. So they're trying to stay true to the time of that documentary and kind of have the vibe of what was going on during that time. So that's what it is. Those are fun. I was going to send the music supervisor to the library to work with them. Oh, that's dope. I think that's a great idea. That's a great idea, actually. Like low key, I don't think I've thought of approaching it that way. I just completely bypassed that. I was like, pull it, take it out. But no, I think that's wise because, okay, so you reach out to the music supervisor and you're like, hey, if you have a need, like I have like 80 tracks, they're with this publisher and they know it's with a publisher that's already in sync. So it's going to be easy for them to clear stuff because the publisher already has the infrastructure set up. So I think that's a brilliant idea. Yeah, shout out to Jason. Just dropped a gem on us. A subliminal gem. I keep them there. I currently have 325 tracks in one library, but I get some work, but not as often. I'm leaving them there to start my new journey to supervisors and others directly. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I mean, I haven't. The only time I've ever pulled something in terms of catalog was like moving from BMI to CSAC. That was it. In terms of publishers, I usually just kind of leave it there. There was one other situation where I think the company was like going out of business and they gave us the option to remove the tracks, or I think they might have, it was like remove the tracks or they'll like sell them to another company or something like that. So yeah, something like that. But yeah. We gave Michael inspiration for a disclaimer later. We got KJ calling in, man. Let's see what KJ's up to. Yo, what's up, bro?
What's up, Clint? How you doing, brother Clint?
I'm good, man. How are you, bro?
I'm good. I got a question for you, and I had to come on in order to make sure that I explain it correctly.
Okay.
So what do you do? I have a situation where I have some songs out with they were covers. One was like the OJ's, and another song was like a Careless Whisper track that I did for a cover, and it was with TuneEdge. So I wanted to put it in TuneSat, but when you go in, the headers that are there, the headers are laid out with composer, publisher, etc. Since I'm doing a cover of it, how can I list my material in TuneSat with it matching, the appropriate headers. Does that
Oh,
make sense what I'm saying? So like the headers will
yeah.
have like, let me see if I even have it up. Like and I sent support an email just to ask them about it. They was like, "Oh, I think you should take advantage of metadata tags." I'm like, that's not answering the question. I was
Yeah,
like,
that doesn't answer the question at
I
all.
was like, I'm like, can you tell me how we fill out the headers so I can be able to track the material?
Yeah.
So yeah, all I can do is put the title of the song, how long the song is, and that's it. Other
Okay.
than that, I can't add other information in TuneSet.
And tune set. Okay.
So I was
So
wondering if you had any if you had any feedback or ever heard anything like that, or how you maybe go about doing covers in TuneSet as opposed to something you produced and it was wholeheartedly on you owned it wholly,
yeah.
whether a composer or publishing it, whatever. So
Okay. So you did. So you have some covers. You're up now. Are you talking about when you're uploading to TuneEdge or TuneSat, like the tracking?
TuneSet,
Okay.
TuneSet.
So
With
with
TuneEdge already
TuneSat.
completed, we did all the stuff that we supposed to do there, and I was a
Okay.
contributor on their site. But
Okay.
on TuneSat, they're asking you for composer, publisher, and other information. So,
Okay. With TuneSat, I would just leave it blank.
okay,
Those fields are optional, so you don't necessarily have to fill that stuff out. Usually, I'll just throw the tracks up there, upload them, and then be done. Usually, the only time I will, like, if I did a collaboration, say with like a collaborator, and I just want to track and see, like, when we got something placed together, I'll do that and just put that in there. But for something like that, I would just leave it blank. I wouldn't even stress out
okay.
about it. Yep.
What about like custom fields, like when you like throwing your ASCAP and your number in there for your ASCAP stuff? Should you add that piece of it because they don't really offer that as one of the hitter pieces or whatever?
Yeah. No, you don't have to add that either, and it'll still track everything because what it's tracking mostly is just the audio.
Okay,
That's more so for like your personal record, just so you can kind of keep track of like what's what. But if you know what it is, it's a cover. It's nothing that's kind of going to any other party or anything like that. It's this honestly
okay,
just for our own personal use to kind of track stuff. So yeah, you should be good.
okay. All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep, no problem.
All right.
325 tracks in the library, way better than 325 instrument tracks in one track. Yeah, man, that's crazy. I understand it though, especially if like with trailer stuff, man. I learned quickly like trailer and sound design projects that tracks add up quick. If you want the control that you want in terms of like the mixing process and the sounds, and it can get crazy. So yeah. Be I don't know what that is, but has a song with that exact lyric. My ego is not my amigo. Song is called Lost. Due Diligence. There. Oh, of course. I knew it. I was like, I'm sure it's something like obvious once someone says it. Okay, Due Diligence. I think Due Diligence with yep, it was Due Diligence. Dunkin Donuts. Hey, that's a fair guess. That's a fair guess. Always good to do Dunkin Donuts with a company. When you do Dunkin Donuts with a company, what's the best way to do it? That's hilarious. Question. If you was given the roadmap, the ups and downs, stress, etc., would you do it all over? 100%. If I was given the roadmaps, the ups, the downs, stress, would I do it? 100%. Like, because I love the process, man. Like, I love the journey. Some like there's two types of people. You got the first type of person who they just want to do the work and then they want to get the result. Some people don't even want to do the work. They just want to get the result. but that's one type of person. Then the other type of person is like type of person where it's just like they're gonna do the work, they know the result is gonna come, but what they fall in love with is like the journey and the process. You also hear you'll see this a lot amongst entrepreneurs. Most entrepreneurs love building. Like they just love building something, and then once that whatever is built, they want to build something else or start something else and grow something else. So it's just like it's the same when it comes to producing music for TV and film. For me, it's just like I just love the process of doing it all. Like I love going through the brief, and figuring out, okay, what do they mean by this? What are they looking for? Submitting the track, communicating back and forth. Now, sometimes revisions can get stressful. Like if you getting high up in those number of revisions and it's like a breakdown of communication, like you're not understanding each other, that can be frustrating. But overall, I just love the process, man. And then, you finish up, you wrap up a project, and then you go to the next one. And then, while you're working on the next one, then you find out, a couple projects ago, that stuff is starting to get placed, and then you're getting hit up about, new placements and new projects, and being able to work on like some different creative things. And I just love the process, man. I love the journey. So yeah, I would absolutely do it all over again, 100%. I even did it like the first time I set out to get 10 placements in a year. I did it, and then I wanted to do it again. So I was just like, I'm gonna make a second lap and just like do it again. And then, yeah, man, it's just like it's never ending. A lot of retro. Yeah, man, let's go. So yeah, B-Rad with the question. No matter what, I can never match the brightness and punch as with every track in library playlist. About to turn my Mac Mini into a Mac Frisbee. Can plugins achieve this since I just can't? Yeah, like if you're looking for punch and brightness, I mean, you can put something on the master track. It can be some EQ. They got AI mastering tools that can help you accomplish that. It could be some type of for example, Logic has their was it Chroma Glow, where you can kind of play around with some things in terms of EQ and punchiness and things like that. Yeah. And then sometimes don't stress out about it. Like if you're working with a library where they kind of put a final mix or master on things, they'll take care of that to get it to sound, consistent with everything else they have. So I say, just do your best and submit it. Don't stress out too much about trying to match the sonics perfectly. But yeah, turning that joint into a Mac Frisbee is hilarious. Chuki Music said, okay, cool to know. Yeah, some of these libraries have so many different styles, hard to decide on what to initially say. Yep, I agree 100%. Seems like the UK agencies are more into retro rock than the US. Yeah. It's definitely possible. Mac Minis are the coolest box Apple ever put out. I used one as a house file and print server for the longest time. Respect for the Mini. Don't make it a Frisbee. Yeah, shout out to the Mac Mini. They're powerful little machines, man. Now they're really, really small. All right, let's see. Let's catch up. I will shamelessly plug the urban mixing course in the hub. I went back to the drawing board and figured a few things out. CLA 3A compressor is life. Bro, that is my favorite. It is in my favorites. Like if I hop in a session now, you will see that plugin at the top of the plugin, the most recent used plugins. It's one of those things, man. And listen, like I rarely change it. Like, I just throw that joint on the default and it just does what it needs to do. I don't even adjust it that much. I just activate it. And I love it. Miguel is in the building. What's up, Miguel? Senor Miguel. Question: what advice would you give to producers just getting started in sync, or who've been submitting for a while but aren't seeing results yet? Any encouragement or tips to keep pushing forward? I can't get this chat right for nothing. Great question. So this is what I would say. I was watching a video from Alex Hermosi the other day. My wife actually sent it to me. It's a great video. In fact, I meant to share it in the hub. I'm going to share it in the hub tonight. I'm going to find the timestamp and I'm going to share it. Matter of fact, no. Let's watch this joint now. Let me find it. And it's going to sum everything up. I was just like, this is sync. Like, what he's talking about applies to a lot of things, obviously, but specifically it spoke to me through the lens of sync. Let me find it. You guys, you'll get it. You'll get it when you hear it. Let me find it. I wonder if I saved it. I think I saved it. Matter of fact, here we go.
Jobs talked about how.
Okay, hold on. Let me find the spot.
Good time.
Okay. So this is gems. This will answer that question.
Times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. It makes sense that right now we have a lot of weak men because it's been pretty good times. The good news about that is that it's so easy to beat them. You just have to show up, be on time, prepare the night before, remember people's names, actually follow up when you say you were going to, and try like you mean it, rather than trying like you want to get credit for trying. And I see this is this thing that's pervasive right now, is that people will comment or they'll DM me and they're like, hey, I'm trying really hard. As though I'm
Wait, hold on. That's not the spot.
That I really want to buy. I got $50. I'm doing this to play tricks on your mind to keep going. But the thing is that in a mile mark, they finish the race.
Here we go.
And so it's a lot about affording the goals that you want to achieve. And a lot of things that we have to spend in order to get them is the time and the rejection of not achieving what we want on the timeline we originally thought. Like, what makes success hard is that the expectation that society puts, because we only see the highlight reel, you actually only see people after they finish the race. People think success is like watching a marathon, not running a marathon. When you watch a marathon, you look at the beginning and you look at the end. It only takes you a couple of seconds to see both of those. But running a marathon is 4, 5, 6 straight hours of breathing heavy, wondering when it's going to end, counting, starting to play games in your mind of like, okay, I'm 2/3 of the way there. I'm two more quarters of that. I'm only 1/5 of 1/8 of the way there. And you keep doing this to play tricks on your mind to keep going. But the thing is that in a mile marker race, it's very clear to know how you're going to get to the finish line and how long it's going to take. The only difference with success is that you just have to keep running and you don't know where the finish line is. And people will only cheer you on at that finish line that they don't know where it is either, which means you have to get used to running alone. And so the difficulty is you have to start running and you have to keep running, but you just don't know whether you're running for a mile or 300. And so this is where the pacing is important. So a lot of people will run really hard. They'll think, because they only saw the beginning of the marathon on TV and the finish of the marathon on TV, that they can just sprint because both of those clips only lasted a couple of seconds. So they start their marathon of success of whatever it is they're going after by sprinting as hard as they can. And then they realize that there's no one around and there's just a bunch of open road ahead of them. And they're like, how long is this going to take? And that's when reality sets in. And so I make these videos to say that a lot of times it's going to take longer. So one of the big nasty things that you have to eliminate on this path is the identity that you have about yourself, the isms that you claim. And so, for example, like, oh, I'm a neat freak. I'm not good at math. I'm not techie. And so you make these statements and they don't serve you. Fundamentally, you should have one razor that rules all decisions. And this is pretty cruel, but it's also the reality of the world, which is, does this thing, person, belief, make it more or less likely that I hit my goals? And so if you run every single thing you do, the actions you take, the people you hang out with, you having your phone in the room, you saying, I'm not techie, does this increase or decrease the likelihood that you hit your goals? And I'm not saying this to preach because I had one that I dealt with for a long time. So I always considered myself to be bad at math. I remember I was...
So basically, the marathon analogy nailed it for me in terms of sync, because that's literally like what it is, right? And what I've seen in over a decade of just being in this space is a lot of producers, they get excited, they get that energy up front, and they just go full sprint, right? And then after reaching out to a few companies, they don't hear anything back, and they're just like, oh, like, well, it didn't work. Or maybe they got the deal and then things kind of slowed down and they're like, do I send more tracks? Or they only sent a few tracks and then they stopped because they had that momentum, and then they just stopped because it wasn't instant gratification, right? And the trickiest part about sync specifically is you don't know exactly when it will start working. Like, you have no idea. Like, even if it's working, a lot of times you don't know until 6 to 9 months later. Like, if you get a royalty statement from something that got placed on a reality show, which it was a blanket license, so you may have not have gotten an upfront sync fee, but you got back in royalty. So this whole time you're going like 2-3 quarters, like just believing that it's not working when your music is probably airing on somebody's show right now, but you just have no idea. And if you stop too soon, which I have seen also happen, a producer stopped and royalties rolled in and he was like, oh snap, my music was getting placed this whole time, but I literally haven't produced anything the past 2 years. Like, man, what if I wouldn't have stopped? What if I would have kept going this entire time? I probably would have had more placements. Now he has to start like all over again. Lost all 2 years of momentum because he was just like, he didn't see instant results. So it's like a marathon, man. You when you're running the marathon, you can't see the finish line, but you kind of like have to keep going, not knowing when it's going to end until you get to the point to where it's like, okay, I'm seeing the placements, I'm seeing the upfront sync fees, the royalty checks, I'm seeing my catalog grow, I'm seeing the royalties grow every quarter. Like, you just keep going. So the best advice I can give you, if you're starting out or you've been doing it for a while and you haven't seen the results, is just don't quit. Just keep running. Because eventually, if you're working on your craft, you're educating yourself, you're growing as a producer, you're doing the work, you're pitching, you're getting feedback, you're surrounding yourself around like-minded producers like we have in Sync Producer Hub. You're going out and networking with other creatives like at Shades of Sync. I just literally plugged 2 things, shameless plugs. Shades of Sync tickets are half off right now. Go to shadesofsync.com, grab your ticket, because this November 14th and 15th, we're going to be giving you gems and the keys to be able to do that. But if you're doing those things and you just keep going, eventually it has to work. The only difference between me and you is I just didn't stop. I just was just stubborn. It was just like, I'm going to keep going until I get placements. 7 years later, I ended up getting placements. But for 7 years, I was trying and trying and trying and trying. Nothing. Rejection. For 7 years. But I was just like, if I keep doing it, if I keep taking his feedback and applying it, I have to get better, right? If I keep watching tutorials on mixing and production and sound selection and keep investing in, things and tools that'll help me, I got to get better eventually. And I did, you know what I mean? And then that 7 years turns into, creating, a repeatable process that I can follow and that now I can share with other producers, so that, hopefully it doesn't take as long, but now you have a better idea of like what this can look like on the other side. So boom. What's up, We Create Music TV? But that's that, man. I linked that in the chat so you guys can watch that whole video of just an hour and a half of bars. Shout out to Alex Hermosi. Thanks to this community, I actually get the chance to sit in the room with this guy soon, and just soak as much information as I can. So yeah, man, that's it. Just keep going. Don't stop. We're gonna take a break and then we're gonna come back and do some live music reviews, listen to some music from producers inside the community. So stick around, go grab a snack. We'll be back. We're back for music reviews in the community. If you're not a part of the community, unfortunately, we can't listen to your music. But if you want to share it, join Sync Producer Hub. Link is in the description. Let's get to it. First, we got to start off with this this leaderboard. Flares, we need to make something together for live. That would be fire. Central Florida in the building, that low brass and the breakdown. Appreciate it. Flares, I love that golden eye snare and Clint's new hold music. Thank you. Glad you guys love the new hold music. What is going on with this chat box? Something is wrong. Something is wrong with this software. I think the update needs to be something. All right. Leaderboard. Let's find the leaderboard and see who's on it. I don't have any masa chips this week. I mean, I do. I just don't feel like eating cinnamon. I don't feel like eating cinnamon flavor. I only have cinnamon flavor right now. But I came across another gem. I'm gonna be sharing with y'all soon. Came across another gem. It's gonna be a snack, a nice little snack when we come back. We won't be here next Friday night because I'll be kicking it with some hub members in LA. I'll be in LA next weekend, but the following week, maybe I'll snack on that for that stream. All right, let's go to this leaderboard. Let's see who is on the 7-day leaderboard to see who is going to go first. Seeing if your music is ready for TV. If it is, we're going to let you know. If it's not, we'll let you know that as well. Give you some feedback. We got Jason, the double Jason again. Jason, and Jamal. The 3 J's. The 3 J's. All right. So Jason Revels is up first. Let's see. Let's see if we got a submission from Jason. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Happy Friday. Can't wait to hang out. Check everyone's track. I want to share a joint from a collab album I wrapped up with my brother last month. He's big in the UFC. So the whole project's got that high energy, fight ready vibe. This track in particular feels like hitting the gym, going all out and having fun while grinding for the win. Let's go. Saw an ad a few days ago where a guy said lime monster chips were fantastic. Yo. He had to get the new and improved lime because he didn't taste what we taste or what I taste. I guess y'all didn't necessarily taste it, but listen, there was nothing fantastic about that flavor. Oh man, he must eat dirt on a regular basis and just think that is a normal taste because fantastic is wild. All right, here we go. Let's check out Jason's track. Dope. Love the 808. Go to the end. I'm rocking with this. Great energy. I agree. Great sound selection on this. Let's go. Sharp contrast between title heavy hands and squeaky voice. I love the points that Rich point out. Like, I wouldn't have thought of that, but it is like something to think about. That's hilarious. If I can't find sounds, I'm gonna have to create my own in Serum and make some presets back. Who's down for that? I know, right? Like, yo, I'm gonna just create what I need. So yeah, dope stuff. Let's go. DJ Horn. Yeah, I think it's ready, man. Great structure, great energy. I think y'all nailed it. Y'all definitely nailed it. Yeah. Tonight I'm just snacking on pistachios and fruit jerky. That's it. Nice and simple. No doubt, Rich. All right. Starting off strong with the Jasons. All right, let's find the other Jason. There he is. Clock is ticking with staggered rhythms and harmonic dissonance that mimic the frustration of a stalled investigation. Clock is Ticking is a perfect string quartet track for investigative storytelling. Let's go. Iron Mike Tyson, the perfect description. Jerky be slapping. Let me tell you. It does. I ain't gonna lie. But I was skeptical at first. Yeah, this is fire. Great string work. What's up, Dub? Jason can sing. Jason's multi-talented. I've heard like so many styles of music from Jason. It's crazy. This was dope. This was dope. Let's go. Strings of Fire. I'm about to step it up. I know, right? It might just be me, but the fact the first string section were only a semitone apart gave me the sense the second hand on the clock were going fast. The halftime strings were like the minute hand. Bro. I think you just pointed out the genius in this track. Precisely. I actually did something like that on a recent track I submitted. It got rejected too. It got rejected, and I laugh because like the track is cool, right? Like it just wasn't what they were looking for. Man, it was remember I told y'all about the album, where we were going for no emotions on the music. Well, I finally got that track I shared in the community. It got accepted. So I think we cracked the code to non-emotional music. But yeah, I created a track, and I think what was the title of it? I think I have it here actually. Man, that's already. Nope, I think I already got rid of it. Or was it No Time? No, Time is Running Out? Yeah, it was Time is Running Out. But yeah, I had the idea to kind of put like a ticking clock in there. So this was brilliant to do it with the strings. I never thought to like do it with the strings. I was like, oh, just use a clock ticks, but he used the strings as the ticks. But yeah, brilliant. Let's go, DJ Horn for that. I digress. Let's get back to it. We got Jamal Holt, number 3 on the leaderboard. Let's see if we can find Jamal's submission. Let me go back up to the top because I might have skipped it. No, I didn't. Excuse me. There we go. What you looking at? It's a bass-heavy, attitude-driven hip-hop anthem that blends club energy with street swagger. The beat hits hard with dirty South drums, dramatic synth stabs. This one builds up hype anthem hooks. Let's check it out. Yes. Music has no feeling. Mission accomplished. Thank you. I'm not gonna lie, like, we'll talk about it after this. This is dope. Is it me? I think the volume can come up a little bit. See how it ends. Yeah, I think it can come up too, Diesel. I agree. Maybe that's what I need to change for that text box. Spy music, I can hear that. Definitely kind of has that little vibe to it. I feel any emotion would be illogical. Live long and prosper. Yeah, man, it was weird. So with this track, sting ending would have to be tightened up and cleaner. Let that thing naturally sting out. Dun, 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 dun. Or dun. Whichever, I don't know. That's a key where it's just like it's either too low or too high for me, no matter which way I go. But I like the vibe. I think it could definitely be used for some TV stuff. Mastering can come up to get that volume up, but I'm not mad at it. I like the vibe. Sting ending can be cleaner. it could possibly be shorter. Here's some insight though, and this is something I thought was interesting. I had somebody chime in. They like dropped a comment. Somebody who's been kind of doing sync for a while, and he was just like, because you guys know how I'm always preaching like minute and a half, 2 minutes, which it gets the job done, right? But I came across someone where they were just like, yo, I intentionally make my tracks like, I forget how long he said, but he intentionally made the tracks longer because, in TV, the longer it plays, the more it pays. So he would make his tracks longer so that if they did want to use it for a long period of time, they could. So I don't know what his music sounded like. So, say if it's 3.5 minutes long or something, I don't know what that would sound like, because you will still have to you can't just keep doing the same thing for like 32 bars, right? Like you got to switch things up. So, I imagine he probably just had like frequent changes and things like that to keep it interesting, because you still got to keep it interesting. But I thought that was an interesting perspective and way to look at it. So I don't know. So yeah, but what I was saying, the emotionless music. So this is like the crazy part. So the first round of submissions, right, submitted like a handful of tracks. I only got one accepted out of like 4, right? So I'm immediately, one for what is that? 1 for 3. I got 1 accepted, 3 rejected. So, and I had to make revisions on the one that got accepted. So the second round, I'm like, yo, I did 5 tracks, but I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't really know if this is what they want. So I'm like, man, I don't know. I just had to submit it because I just didn't know. I dropped the one in the community for peer feedback, and Jason told me he felt nothing. So I was like, perfect. This is exactly what I'm going for. So I was like, okay, I'll rock with this. Shout out to everybody in the community. They kind of chimed in. Michael with the sus chord. It was a couple of you guys mentioned the sus chords. I started throwing sus chords in some of these tracks. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna just ride this sus chord wave for like 4 tracks. And I submitted all 5 tracks, and all 5 tracks got accepted. So it was a sigh of relief, because I just knew, like, yo, I'm gonna submit these 5 tracks, bro. They about to hit me with like revision upon revision upon revision. I was just prepared for it. Like, this is about to get crazy. But I had one tiny edit to make on the intro of 1. The rest were good to go. I said, bet. Now I can go full throttle and finish up the rest of the album. So that was just some insight on what it's like to work on stuff and you have no idea what you're doing, for real. So let's keep it going. Shout out to Jamal. Dope track. All right. Strong start. I hear y'all. Let's scroll back up to the top. See what Janelle been cooking up. More music from the Suspense Thriller album. I finally completed the project and plan to start pitching it next week. I had to replace 2 tracks that a library recently picked up. Look, that thing was so hot that track started getting signed before she even released the project. That's how you know you sitting on some fire. Let's check it out. I sussed it out, man. The track was mad sus. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you guys' help. I love this community. All right, Basement Lock. Let's check it out. All these tracks sound like intros to thriller movies. Love it. Dude, I agree 100%. I agree 100%. Great work, Janelle. Again, that's why those other tracks didn't last long. It's just, dude, it's too good. It can't sit for too long. It has to go work. Yeah, it just, I immediately see like opening credits to a suspense thriller film, and it makes me want to go watch a really good suspenseful movie. That's the mood it puts me in. All right, great work. What's up, Bobby 4F? What up? What up? They could be separate tracks, even independent of each other. They could. I feel tension and stress. Let's go. Mission accomplished. No doubt, Janelle. Keep it up. Keep crushing it. All right. What we got up next? It's like that one. Marcellus. Let's see what Marcellus been cooking up. Uh-oh. Is this the right page? I think it is. Let me just make sure. I'm gonna just pick a track because I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he mentioned which one. Oh, it's right here. I ain't been on BeatStars in a minute. That's why I'm lost.
Incredible dash.
Building like that. I think volume can probably come up on this one too. Just the master volume. Mix sounds solid though. Probably introduce some type of new instrument. Oh, I can't even see it. Let's see how it ends. It's kind of long. 4 minutes.
Incredible dash.
It's fading. Oh no. All right. So I like the track. Obviously, like you can produce dope music. Dope vibe. I think the track has potential to get placed, like, you know, I mean, you see Breeze for hip hop instrumentals, trap instrumentals, all the time. So I think it can be used if there's a few things. First thing, BeatStars. I would not pitch any music using a BeatStars link for sync. that will turn a lot of publishers, supervisors, and things like that off, because it's a platform where, you know, you lease beats, obviously, which is great for us producers. But if you're presenting your music in this way, it could potentially turn them off, because they're like, now it's giving them the idea that this music has been leased, you know, exclusively multiple times possibly, or, you know, there could be other artists with the same track floating around, and they may not want to deal with the headache that could create in terms of licensing and things like that. And when music ends up on TV, especially if you've leased it to other artists, people will come out of the woodwork. Oh, that's the instrumental to my song. I gotta get paid. And then it just gets weird. So I would, if that track hasn't been leased yet and you want to pitch it for sync, and I'm going to give you some other feedback so that it'll be ready to pitch for sync, I would take it off of BeatStars, put it on something like a disco.ac or a Real Crafter. There's different options. Or you could just use a free box.com folder, drop them in the folder, whatever, wherever they can stream it easily and or download it. And the link doesn't expire. Somebody shared that in the community too, a post from a supervisor talking about non-expiring links. Super important. I would do that, take it down off BeatStars so it's not available for license, and I would create a separate bucket, because I also don't want to kill your income streams as a producer. I believe in having multiple income streams as a producer. So you can keep your BeatStars, but just create two separate buckets, right? You have your music for the that screen is frozen. I know that's crazy. That's gonna throw me off. Anyways, you have your bucket for sync licensing, and you have your bucket for your beat store, and just keep them separate. That's gonna make the business cleaner on the sync side. Now, in terms of the track can be cut down a little bit. It's at 4 minutes. To keep it from being super repetitive, you can kind of condense that. You'll see how we break it down in the How to Structure Instrumentals for TV course if you haven't went through that already in the classroom. The fade outs, we got to do away with the fade outs. Again, you'll see that. Yeah, you're at level 3. So you've probably learned this stuff already, and now you're just kind of implementing it in the tracks that you're currently working on, which is completely fine. So no fade outs, create a sting ending, shortening that track, and then taking your producer tag off of the tracks that you're pitching for TV and film, because they also don't like producer tags. You do those things, I think you definitely have potential to get your tracks placed and used and things like that. So great work, Marcellus. Keep it up. Loving what I'm hearing, and glad to have you inside the hub. Let's go. What's up, Z-Man? The blue. Oh, y'all were helping me out. But yeah, it was mad confused. They changed everything. So yeah, I love disco, man. I love disco. Dropbox. Yep. So yeah. Indeed. Yeah, I agree that volume can definitely come up. But yeah, dope work. Kind of was in the middle. Could do with some amping up and bringing it back down at the end. But that's the only criticism I had. Yep. Yeah, man. Dope stuff. Let's go. All right, let's keep it moving. Wait, dang, is my oh, okay. There we go. Ecamm tripping, man. I'm having technical difficulties over here. It's crazy. It is crazy. Let me see. I wonder if I can I'll try it after I play this track. All right, so we got Marcellus. Didn't mean to do that. Let's get back in there. We're going to save Miguel. Arsemio, Funkdified is an upbeat, high-energy funk track bursting with retro attitude, driven by a groovy bass line, punchy brass stabs, wah-infused, oh, this sounds funky, wah-infused guitar licks, and tight, infectious drums. This tune instantly sets a playful, confident mood perfect for scenes needing swagger, cool confidence, or vibrant energy. Let's go. Instant funkiness. Lost a pistachio. Volume can come up on this too. All the critiques is just on mastering overall volume today. Yeah, my display is spazzing. Let's go. Minneapolis, you ain't lying. Man, yeah, you nailed that. Whatever brief that is, killed it. Great plan, instrumentation, production, sound selection. Yeah, that was funky. I like that. Bring the overall volume up. Length was cool. I like how it ended. Yeah, I just think you just turn it up. Just turn that joint up. Right off the bat, he got straight into it. Let's go. All right. Frime. Hip hop sports anthem ready to go for highlights, live horns, and fat 808s. Love the horn line. I'm sure Chris Butler inside the hub would appreciate these horns. Yo, see how it ends. I would add a more solid sting ending at the end. Boom, something like that. You know what we should do? Do you guys want to do inside the community? You want me to do like like the art of the sting ending video and just show you guys like different examples of sting ending, so you can we can just focus on the sting ending and how I've used them or like created them in some different sessions. Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys want to see that, and then maybe I'll do a separate live stream in the community for that, and then we can just kind of do a deep dive in the sting ending so you guys can master that. I think it would be dope. But y'all let me know if it's something y'all want, and then we'll do it. All right. I rock with that. All right. Efren, I hope I'm saying this right. I'm probably not, knowing my record. A trap beat that exudes victory from a perspective of an upcoming producer facing challenges to finally break. I should have asked him when he's on the live earlier, how to properly pronounce it. I created the sample and my 14-year-old son producer cooked the beat. Let's go.
We finally made it. We finally made it. We finally made it. We finally made it.
The beat's dope. Oh, it's an instrumental. I thought it was about to be a song. All right, I'm seeing ones in the chat. So we'll make it happen. The Sting Mastery. There you go. Okay, bet. Boom. Prime note. He already know. He already fixed it.
We finally made it. We finally made it.
Super knocking. All right. Yeah. So I'm not mad at the track having a hook. I would probably re-record the hook, so that it's bigger, like vocal production wise. But I like the melody. I like the message. I think making it a full song. If you're gonna put vocals on it, I'd probably just go ahead and make that joint a full song. Throw the hook on there, get you a rapper on that joint, and make it a full song. But the instrumental can also stand on its own, and be used. I like the production there, like the instrumentation. Let me see how I end it again. Need that sting ending. So yeah, I think with a couple tweaks, maybe some mixing tweaks, volume can probably come up a little bit on this one too, or that brass sound can come up. The overall volume may be cool, but maybe just some tweaks in the mix, maybe bringing the brass up a little bit, making that stand out, because that's a main instrument in that track. But I'm not mad at that. Good work, Ephraim and Son. Yeah, great start at 14 too. Let's go. Cool. So all right, so I seen a bunch of ones, so we'll do that. I'll pick a date on the calendar and drop that in there, and I'll drop a post and let you guys know. And then we'll do like a Sting ending deep dive. All right. I'll show you guys like a few different examples, like different styles of music, so you can like really get an idea. Because what I really want you all to grasp is like the principle of it, and you can apply it to whatever style of music you do. So I'll give you like a couple different options and break it down. So that'll be fun. All right. Felipe. Always so excited seeing your hard work. Hope your week's been productive. Got an emotional. He has an emotional track. I was tasked with making non-emotional music. I'm jealous, Felipe. You got to put emotion in your music. And nostalgic instrumental with warm acoustic textures and a hopeful tone gradually builds throughout, blending tenderness and optimism, evoking memories, growth, and quiet resilience. Works for emotional flashbacks, reflective. I'm laughing because it's just like, man, like I couldn't have any of this. Like if I had any of this, dude, they would just reject it. Like, no, we don't want flashbacks. We don't want moments of reflection. All this sounds great. All right, here we go. Let's check it out. Yeah, push new limits this past week. Back home. Love that piano sound. The mechanicals in it. It's frozen. This app is tripping. Thanks for letting me know, Rich. I would have to go to the. I know I have some. I just can't remember exactly which tracks they are. I've done it before though. Because this is beautiful. Z-Man, y'all got Z-Man crying too. Oh, he's letting that thing naturally ring. Oh shoot, that was the mute button, not the DJ. Yeah, that was dope. That was beautiful. Back home. Great piece. I can hear that in anything, anything that has to do with any of these previously mentioned emotions. I love it. Great work, Felipe. All right, we checked out Jason's. Let's see what Caleb has cooked up for us this week. I wrote a moody down-tempo track and used a new hardware synth I picked up that is a replica of the old TB303. I'm curious as always if it's ready for sync and not 100% sure of what kinds of scenes it would fit best in, maybe a crime-solving montage or something similar. Okay. New gear. Shout out to the new gear. Instant burst of inspiration. I definitely get investigative vibes. Something about that drum kit gives me soft crime. This is the crime solving drum kit. Percussion. Montage. Yeah, no, you nailed it with the description. They're in the lab doing forensics. CSI Miami used to be my show, man. So watch that faithfully. I would turn the drums up a little bit. How it ends. Bump bump. That sting ending. I like it though. Add a sting ending. Maybe bring the drums up a little bit more, but I like it. Crime solving montage is it, man. That is it right there. Those are the vibes it gives me personally. In the lab, gathering evidence, putting the pieces together. That's it. Yep. Let's go. All right, we got Mariano sharing a track from a comedy drama album I'm finishing. Have a great Friday and keep producing. Let's go. No doubt, Caleb. Great work. Opening scene as the private dick is coming out of the no-name bar smoking a cigarette. That's accurate. All right. All right, Mariano. Exciting toast. He's nailing this comedy album. I love working on like comedic stuff because you can literally just about throw anything in there and it can work. That's super quirky. I agree. He is in his bag. He's in his comedic bag. Great work, Mariano. This album's gonna be great. From what we've heard so far, yeah. I'm excited to see where this stuff ends up. Yeah, man. Listen, y'all. Like, I think like albums are the move. Is this thing frozen again? This thing just keeps freezing on me. Albums are the move. Like, I think my play personally going through the rest of this year into next year is just creating just a themed album. Outside of, like, you know, obviously you kind of have those occasional one-off projects, but I think themed albums is the way to go, and then just pitch the whole themed album. So I love it. I love what you guys are doing on these albums. So let's go. Let's keep it moving. Great music. All right. Daryl Daniels, Bittersweet Firewall. This genre blending track fuses electronic synths, hip hop drums, and funk soul grooves with touches of folk and world music, creating an emotionally rich and rhythmic, vibrant sound. It feels both nostalgic and empowering with warm textures and a deep driving beat. Let's go. It is bittersweet. I see what you mean. That bit of dissonance in there with the chords. Yeah. There's definitely some minor tones to it, for sure. Where could y'all hear it? See how it is. We got the sting ending sort of there. It kind of cut off too soon. Maybe just extend that so that it bounces out the ring out. I would definitely use that drum kit for like some synthwave stuff too. It's a solid kit. I like how that snare sounds. Retro spooky. I think that sums it up well. Retro spooky. So like some retro Halloween movie or something, or show, or episode, right? Because usually shows may just have an episode, Halloween themed episode or something like that. I could see that. Major, minor, diminished, major. Yep. Bittersweet for sure. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely nailed that vibe. Yeah. Maybe I'll probably revisit some things mixing. Like when that snare hit right that second time, it changed the like the way that the snare attack kind of changed. So I don't know if that was like some EQ from another sound or something interfering with that, or the kick is the kick, or the tom. You may have some some frequencies from the tom interfering with that snare that kind of ate up the space that the snare is taking. So you may have to carve some stuff out so that that continues to hit. Or you can do some, some parallel compression stuff if you want, which, where it could kind of move out of the way when the snare hits. But yeah, I like it. It is bittersweet. But yeah, I think it could definitely have its place in something, just depending on what it is and the vibe they're going for. Let's mix it up a little bit. Scroll down here. Let's see Nicholas. Nicholas' First Dream is a lush, laid-back hip-hop beat that feels like a serene stroll through sunlit countryside fields. This tracking, in my opinion, is best for a countryside drive passing by a farm. There you go.
It's giving me energy.
We got to bring that low end down.
It's giving me energy.
You gotta take the tag out for sync. I don't know. Listen, we need to do a search and rescue. There's so many people that we haven't seen in a while. I think this one would need to be developed more production wise. We need some more layers of instrumentation so we can kind of build more going into that hook. Introducing some new elements sooner, quicker in these verses, like halfway through the verse. Adjusting that volume between that bass. We want that bass and that kick to play well together. Right now the bass is kind of overpowering, so we can turn that down. Maybe turn the kick and snare up a little bit. That sound, that shaker sound, if you're gonna use it, I would say have that time. I'm not sure what it is or how much you can manipulate the timing of it, but if you could change the timing of that panning to sync up with the BPM of the track, it'll feel better if you can do it. If not, I would just take it out because it kind of it throws the rhythm off. But yeah, I think you got a foundation there with the guitar and the melody. Yeah, I just think the production could be developed more before this one is ready. But yeah, man, thanks for sharing. I'm just now getting in our energy. I'm just now getting with that's what that is. That's dope. All right, we're gonna skip Mark. We got Michael. Laptop is dying. I'm dead. Laptop is wait. Y'all can't even see it. Laptop is dying a noble death. Oh my goodness, a noble death. So I pulled up a previous cool jazz cue to jam to, added as many elements and refreshed the sounds until the laptop said no. Called it Cool Cats in Vegas, preparing a trip to the Apple store to head out with an M4 Mac Mini. Listen, like Michael's laptop is just like the definition of committed. He is pushing this thing to its absolute max, and he's gonna get every ounce of life out of it until it just can't do anymore. And it's going along with it. It's just like, whatever you need, Sir Michael McConnor, whatever you need. And like, this laptop will be like, even after it dies, Michael, like, I feel like you should just keep it and like just keep it, create some type of memorial site in the house. I don't know. Like, you got to do something for that laptop, man, because it's been with you every step of the way. Let's check out this track. Oh, man. All right. Cool Cats in Vegas. Just don't use it as a frisbee. That laptop should be framed. Dude, the laptop is legendary. So much history in that laptop. Listen. Yo. This is the best one. This is the best one of the night. The Matt Connor Air. Oh, man. This is a dope track, though. But, man, that just took me out. This is what he pulls out of that thing, though. Woo, that organ run. Come on. I wasn't expecting that pan to the left. Like, yeah, that was fire. This is why this laptop will be like when Michael goes to speak at like future events from his string work on various TV and film productions, his laptop will be with him and is going to be like the co-star of the motivational speech that he'll give. And like, this laptop is critical. This laptop is critical to Michael's success, man. Yeah, dope work. That joint was nice. The McConnor Air. Or that's hilarious. All right, let's keep it moving. Great work on this. That jazz vibe is dope. I can definitely hear that being synced in a bunch of different things, especially when that call for jazz goes out. Yeah, that would definitely be in the lineup. All right. Let's go back up. We got Rich. Track, Gone and Forgotten. Late submission from New Jersey, out of character, laid back, R&B-ish, loungy track. The vibes are kind of a stand-in for vocals. Hoping this is an improvement over previous mixes that were too high-strung or just too loud. Looking forward to feedback and comments. Let's check it out. that laptop, man. Nice move. I like that progression. The strings are slowly coming up. Yeah, I like the changes in the progressions in this track. It's a nice contrast, which I miss that in a lot of music these days. Just having well thought out like chord changes in a way that like contrasts the hook between the verses. I think is dope writing. Mixing needs some work. Obviously, like the drums could be stronger. We can feel those more. But I like the composition. And then Sting ending, which we're gonna do that. We're gonna do a deep dive into Sting endings here. So, but yeah, thanks for sharing that with us, Rich. I just think it's the mixing, man. Just polish up the mixing or outsourcing the mixing. But definitely did not hear, because I know like some of the previous tracks we might have had like a sound or so that was just way super, super loud. Like, I think it was a little more balanced. I think you're getting the balance in terms of volume. Now it's just kind of putting everything in its own space and then knowing what to kind of turn up and bring down and things like that. So, yeah. Keep it up. Keep it up. Let's see. Devin. Hey, everyone. Looking forward to the stream. Here's a cinematic piece I made with a hip-hop twist at the end. I'm curious to see if this has sync potential. And if so, what y'all think it could be placed in. We love figuring that out. Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah, oh, I can hear the difference. I can definitely hear it. Lamar Webster, what's up, bro? This is dope. No doubt, man. Yo, this is crazy. I love that piano. Dang, do we just end it like that though? I would let that do that, and then I would probably just come in with a dun kind of thing at the end. I don't know. Yeah, I would probably do it that way, because then I think the editors would have options. Like, either they can leave it hanging with that, but if they want to throw that little tag, that little sting tag at the end, they would have the option to do that as well. So, I don't know. What y'all think? Like it says, those percussive sticks, playing the snare roll, turn those up a little. Nice switch up. Yeah. That was ended on the one. E-flat says ended on the one. I think he just about gets away with it. I know, right? It's like, LW is thinking the same thing. Siemens should have banged that ending. I got it. All right. Good work, man. That's dope. In terms of what it could be placed in, I mean, I think it has options. I definitely think it has options. I mean, it almost kind of gave me in credit vibes as well. Like it felt in credit dish to me too. So I don't know. Could also see it like in film. I don't know. It definitely makes me think film. It feels filmish. Good work. All right, we played Jamal's. Let's see what Juan has in store for us. I put this on the pure feedback tab a while back, but I definitely like to have Mr. Clint's review of it. I haven't named it, sorry, but it's a hip hop tension cue. No worries. I know how it is, man, when we're creating. I got stuff named very, very basic names for the time being. Yes, Lamar, LW called that out earlier too. We no longer have like inmate numbers. Love that bass line. This track deserves a name, though. I'm sorry. You gotta get this thing a name. It needs it. It's fire. Love that guitar. Yeah. Go ahead and give that baby a name and pitch that joint. It's ready. I like it, man. I like the vibe. I love the sonics of it. I like the vibe, instrumentation. It's sort of tension, but like it's kind of chill too. Like it just yeah. I mean, it can definitely work for tension. I would probably keep it in that category. But that guitar adds a level of sauciness to it that just makes that joint, like, I'll ride to that joint on a sunny day with some type of drop top. I feel like that would be appropriate. On the West Coast. You know what I mean? How'd I get out of there? Yeah, dope stuff. I think it's ready. I think it's ready. All right. I didn't get to mark that one off. I think I was. That's all right. If I see it, I'll do it. Teddy Burr. The song's titled My Space, about having and welcoming that special space where one goes to find peace. It could be used with a montage and commercials highlighting reflective moments. Let's see. Yeah, man. Let's go. Make more of that.
Even when I'm meditating, I get thoughts of irritation, and they can get
LW doubting y'all already. Prove her wrong.
I just take some time to breathe, watch them disappear and leave, remembering I'm in control. Here lies my peace, that place where I go and no
crap.
one can follow me. This is my space. Chaos tearing at us all. I'm pushing back on closing walls,
Tearing stuff up.
clinging to a corner of sanity. Told how I should think, my looks insulted with a wink.
Nice
All in
progression.
the name of humanity. Here lies my peace, that place where I go and no one can follow me. This is my space. Gotta take some time to learn how to live in a world that feels so strange. Understand that some things just won't change. Here lies my peace, that place where I go and no one can follow me. This is my space, my space.
This is my space. Let's go. Definitely has happy vibes, especially with the piano. I think the vocal, when you're doubling the vocal and you keep them both in the center and they're not dead on, it creates this effect that I don't care for too much. What I like to do instead is I'll take one of the vocals, and either do some type of parallel compression, or sometimes I'll double the original, maybe add like a little bit of distortion or some saturation to the second one, and then kind of turn that up. But it's basically parallel compression too, just with a separate track. But you can do that if the goal is to like thicken the voice up. That's a cool way to do it. And then for the hook, you can kind of stack the vocals like 4 times each, and then just kind of make sure everything is like lined up and the timing is good, and then pan too hard left, too hard right. That'll give you a bigger sound for your hooks and like background vocals, while allowing the lead vocal to kind of sit in the middle of the mix. So it doesn't sound like it's like 2 versions of you like singing at the same time, kind of occupying the same space. And then you got, you know, the timings and stuff like that. Just it isn't completely on. Or you can use a tool like Vocaline to really match up the transients and things like that. If you are kind of taking and doubling vocals, I know a lot of people like double vocals. And I think that's kind of just like a taste and recording thing. I've just always liked to take that. If it's a lead vocal, like for the verses, I always just like to have that one vocal and then just kind of either like duplicate that and then just like do some type of parallel compression and beefing it up of like the second vocal, and then slowly introduce it into the mix to give it some whatever. But yeah, that's what I would say. And then just mixing stuff. And I think the song could probably just build.
Here lies my peace.
Maybe with some drums. I don't know. It depends on what's being asked for the scene. You know, maybe that hook can have some drums, kind of build into a fuller hook thing. But yeah, definitely has those hopeful, peaceful, welcoming vibes. Nice voice too. Maybe some harmonies to complement maybe in some points. So all right. Boom. Yep, panning. Happy song. Let's go. All right. Chaz. Here's a playlist for some anthemic hip hop tracks I made with some good friends of mine with Sync in Mind. Let's check it out. All right, we got options. Oh, this is Chuki. I've been seeing Chuki in the chat. Which one you want us to play, Chuki? We'll pick one. Which one is like your favorite one on this entire playlist? No doubt. Unless Chuki left. Chuki could have dipped out. I thought I seen them in the chat recently. But now I'm losing. There we go. I lost my mouse. All right, let's play Chuki fell asleep, bro. Let's play Eyes of a Winner. Oh, flex. He said flex.
Ayy, still been spinning like a yo-yo. Tell them don't play with it really, cause it will get spooky. Trap still jumping like a pogo. Sweater when it comes to the money, I'm a dog, no goofy. Told me I couldn't, I did it. They said I would lose it by now, but I'm winning. Remember they counted me out, but now I'm the one who been counting the digits, so I gotta flex. How about the whip and I flex? Step in the building and flex. Post on the gram and I flex. Get to the money and flex. How about the whip and I flex? Step in the building and flex. Post on the gram and I flex. Get to the money and flex. Been in my bag, I ain't been in my feelings. Get to the money as quick as we spin it. Been on my grind, minding my business. Cash a deposit, it don't make a difference. Still with the trouble like Dennis the Menace. When GQ get out, I'm a cop, I'm a Bentley. Forever stay solid, ain't give them a sentence. Free all my brothers, don't care if they did it. I'm a top 5
we
G
got
like the
you.
Wi-Fi
He's here.
broke, don't try me. I've been
locked
going
in.
real hard, y'all been looking real sore. Big pulse, trap still jumping like the 90s. Crisscross, anything you needed, I got it. Nothing like these rappers, I speak it, I'm about it. Trust me, they be talking real tough and I doubt it. When you look them in the eyes, you can tell that they nodded. Damn. If you hear me talking about it, I'm in it.
Mixes,
Look at
fire.
my watch, you can tell that I'm winning. Count up the bread, ain't been broken in a minute. Stats from the floor all the way to the ceiling. I'm doing magic like I'm a magician. 10 to a 20, just watch how I flip it. Getting the money, no time to be dissing. They get out of line, I'm a blessing. Still been spinning like a yo-yo. Tell them don't play with it really, cause it will get spooky. Trap still jumping like a pogo. Swear that when it comes to the money, I'm a dog, no goofy. Told me I couldn't, I did it. They said I would lose it by now, but I'm winning. Remember they counted me out, but now I'm the one who been counting the digits, so I gotta flex.
Yeah.
How about the whip and I flex? Step in the building and flex. Post on the gram and I flex. Get to the money and flex. How about the whip and I flex? Step in the building and flex. Post on the gram and I flex.
No brainer.
Get to the money and flex.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. That joint. I feel like this whole playlist is just all of this is just crazy. Yeah, this ready. Let us know when it gets synced and where, because it's only a matter of time. Lyrically, the theme is open, talking about flexing. That can literally apply to like every sport, a bunch of situations, even if it's not sports. You're gonna yeah. Great job with the writing on that. Let's go. Okay. Terry Thompson. I know one I didn't check, but I think we listened to this one. No, we didn't listen to this one yet. They'll eat this up too. Minimal tension. No doubt, Chuki. Firework, man. Keep it up. If I like the ending on it though, because it made me feel a different way. Like it made me feel positive. It made me feel positive. I think it took me out of the tense emotion. I would probably change that, but outside of that, man, I think it's ready. But yeah, I rock with that. That'll get used on all types of stuff. Documentaries, shows, suspenseful shows. Yeah, the ending's the only thing I would change slightly. I agree. Yeah, it was clean. That's like that's that mood setting music where it's like it just doesn't have to do a whole lot, but it literally creates the vibe of whatever is being talked about or happening in the scene. Not even like even if there's not any dialogue, it just creates that. All right, let's see if we can get through the rest of these. We got Allison. Thought I uploaded this, sticking with the Latin vibe. Let's go, Allison. She gave us some heat last time. Yo. It's come down to like the number of tracks left. No doubt, no doubt. I would turn that up. What is it, the bass guitar in a higher octave? I would turn that up a little bit. I like the movements. Yeah. It sounds like you're still working on it. So I won't judge too harshly, but Sting ending, which I know you probably already know that already. And just mixing things, but I feel like there's room for it to grow a little bit more, evolve, build, especially closer to the end here. Maybe with some added drums or percussion. I don't know why this thing won't. Just won't even play. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think maybe some more drums to kind of fill it up, bringing that bass back in. Oh no, you brought the bass back in. Ignore me. What I just said. Yeah, I just think some drums, and then it's probably just some mixing too, so we can feel the drums more. But yeah, the vibe is there. Latin vibe is there. Yeah, just adding a little bit more instrumentation. The crazy part is that I got gifted some VSTs, external hard drive. Said, yep, laptop is saying affirm. No, can't run them. Man, I've been there, man. I still got this darn, what is it, the late 2008 MacBook. I still got the joint. Because it works. Like, it's crazy. Like, it won't die. It just won't do it. It just won't do high-level processing, obviously. Battery ain't holding none of that joint. It has to stay plugged in, too, because that ain't... I already swapped the battery in it once to extend it a little bit more, but yeah. But yeah, good work, Allison. Keep it up. Wands, that's the one I didn't get to check off. All right. Kevin Johnson, something new I'm working on. Let me know what you think. Crush the Throne. Let's check it out. Nice breakdown. I like this. Sounds so TV-ish. Nailed it. Like the snares too. Could almost work for like some collegiate. What's the word? It's collegiate, right? March Madness. Nice edit points. Yeah, you nailed this one, KJ. Facts, like. Runs is crazy. Synths. Jokes. LW. I ran into that one though. I'll take that one. I ran into it every time. Every time I'm trying to remember if I'm saying the word right. LW gonna throw some shade on the Ohio State University. It's a shame. Yeah, that joint's ready. Definitely rock with that Sting ending. That was creative. I like that. Doing it different, which is great. I love to see that. So yeah, good work, KJ. That joint's ready. Boom. Right on cue. Rad TV all day and game show like Jeopardy. Yeah, I can hear that as well. Tension bed, game show bed. Yeah, definitely. Man, yeah, they'll get some great uses out of that. Let's go. All right. Let me see. I feel like there was like one. Oh, maybe not. Yep, I think that's it. All right, so let's knock out this Miguel joint. Drop some palm trees if y'all ready for Miguel. And then we're gonna close it out with flares. And then shoot. That's it. And then in the meantime, I'm gonna get this poll popping. Who's going on it? I don't know. We're going to figure it out, though. We're going to figure it out. Let's find this. It was a lot of great edit points on that. I'm seeing palm trees, so that means that we're about ready to play the Miguel joint. All right, so Chuki came in strong with the flex joint. The mix, I love the mix on that. Love how the vocal was just like boom in your face. Instrumentation was dope. Vocal presentation was dope. We got to put Chuki up there. Who y'all thinking? Let me see what the people are thinking. No fireworks on the disclaimer this week. That video brought it home to reality. Keep pushing, y'all. MVPs are leading the way. Let's go. Let's see. Man, we heard a lot of great tracks. We heard a lot of great tracks. The KJ joint, I would put KJ up there because that joint was ready too. Janelle saying Jason Dowdy, Michael McConnor. Oh my gosh. I don't even be trying to do it. That's the crazy part. Like, I know it's a joke, but I literally am not trying to say McConnor. Michael Connor, Chucky, Juan. Juan was dope as well. That was another solid one. Chucky, Frime was another one. Janelle. Waiting to see if people can come up with names. Yeah. Dang, yeah. Okay. And this is where it starts getting tough. The Mariano was the comedic one. That was really good. And then the who did the what was the emotional like end credit score thing? Oh, I gotta go back and find the disclaimer. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna scroll up and find it. Was it? Oh, Kalos was nice too. Oh, Felipe. That one was dope. Too. Oh man, options. We have a lot of options, guys. All right, let's narrow them down. I've seen Juan a couple times. Let's go ahead and throw Juan up there. Jason. Jason D. I seen Janelle a couple times. Felipe. Let's do oh yeah, Arsemio's was fire too. That funky joint. Michael McConnell, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of Felipe's. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. let's throw Janelle up there for number one, her track being dope. Number two, remembering everybody's name from all these crazy tracks we just listened to tonight. Here we go. I'm gonna let y'all vote. All right. Let's find this disclaimer real quick. All right, here we go. Disclaimer for newbies. Our MVPs keep it real and show us consistently why your ego is not your amigo with killer fire each time. Welcome to the MVP zone. No, it's not Ohio State, LW. MVP zone. Please fasten your seatbelts. Let's go. It's from talking for 3 hours. All right, here we go. Wait, what am I? Hold on. Here we go. Now I got to get back. Got to get back to the right screen. All right, Miguel. Oh, he got another one with Philip Bailey. They've been cooking up. It's getting hot in the hub. Also, you remember that meal that I was trying to turn into a deal a while back? It's brewing. That meal is turning into a deal. It's brewing. So, yeah. I will be bringing opportunity to the community. Soonity, just to make it rhyme. All right, let's go. Miguel. See what he been cooking up. Fearless Spanish remix.
Yeah, I'ma give it my best. Even when I go against the best alive. Might be the toughest one yet, but I ain't going out without a fight. Fearless, fearless, fearless.
High energy on it.
Might be the toughest one yet, but I ain't going out without a fight. They say it ain't the size of the dog in the fight. They say it's the size of the fight that's in the dog. Show me my opponent, I don't care if he a giant. The bigger they are, then the harder they fall. Heart of a lion, I don't fear none of y'all. Train to go to battle, yeah, I'm ready, we can brawl. I'ma bring the fire to
Good to have you
whoever let
back,
the ball.
Z-Man.
Rather sink or swim, but you swimming with a shark. Unleash the beast on
Ned.
me.
His name is Ned.
Throwing punches till I hit a bell ring on them. No mercy on them.
Chef Ned.
Then I knock them out, put a 2-piece on them.
Yeah, I'ma give it my best, even when I go against the best of life. Might be the toughest one yet, but I ain't going out without a fight. Fearless, fearless, fearless.
Might be the toughest one, yeah, but I ain't going out without a fight.
El mundo se me puede ir en contra, pero llego. No tengo tiempo para perder, quiero ganar el juego. Siempre estamos listos, yo solo me exijo. Yo no me rindo, le llego más agresivo. Si el camino es duro, trabajo con más ganas. Si está difícil, le damos la batalla.
Nice cover art, too. I'll rock with that. We got like the rock and the hip hop mixed with the Spanish and the English. I'm loving it. Good work. Great work, guys. Video game gold. Yeah. Man, so many options for that. Goodness. Chuki, appreciate you joining us, man. All right. All right. Next up, we got flares. So I need y'all to drop those fire emojis. I need to see some fire emojis. And then we'll play this flares joint. Let me find it. Cause I know I seen it. Oh, was that a yawn? I still have work to do. I can't be yawning already. I know I thought I seen flares in here floating around. There we go. I don't know what genre this is, but I think I was trying to make a rock song with raw orchestra. Throwback to first time working with real strings. This should be interesting. Here we go. Yes. Hi. Putting our string VSCs to shame. I think this would just be orchestral. Dang, he just left us hanging too. He said, "Screw your ending. This is where it ends." That was crazy. How many string players was that? Wow. That was a movie. DJ Horn for Flares and DJ Horn for Miguel and the homie Phil. Guys are brilliant. Let's go to this poll. Let's go to super intense. Love the build up. It was like, and it just was. Yeah, I think those are all real, right, Flares? I know. Oh, it was just one string player. It was a single string player, just one. By their lonesome. That's impressive. That's quite impressive. So there you go. Let's check the poll, and it looks like Janelle pulled out on top. 47%. Felipe came in second. Juan and Chucky are tied for third. Great work, y'all. A lot of great music. A lot of great music. Absolutely insane. Shut the fridge door, one player. Oh, come on, man. Flares. He pushes everything to the extreme. It's just like, I will build an orchestra, but I will only do it with one single string player. Let's do it. Great stuff. All right, y'all. This was dope. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Let's do it again. Next week, I will not be live because I will be meeting up around this time with Sync Producer Hub members. So keep that in mind, but then we'll be back. And then I'm also going to look at my calendar and then see when we can, I'll post it in the community when we can do the deep dive into the Sting endings. So we can do that live. And actually, yeah, I'll keep you guys posted because I think they may be doing the school platform, I think, is implementing like integrated live streams or something like that. So I don't know. By the time we do that, maybe that'll be there. If not, we'll just do it on Zoom. Doesn't matter. But that's it, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one. If you are a producer, you don't know how to get your music placed in TV and film, you don't know how to produce, prepare, and pitch it, join our community, Sync Producer Hub. Link is in the description. And we'll catch you inside. We'll review your music, and then we'll become friends. All right. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.